By the 54 of Veda Pratama.
And it looks like Keeler's trying to get up the inside, but no, it's Indonesia leading away with the whole shot into turns 1, 2 and 3, but can't
Over it.
And look at that though, up the inside, blimey, we've got several riders going down, oh goodness me. No, goodness me, Bruce down, that is ridiculous.
And it is the 20.
It's ridiculous.
And it is the 27th. It is. Number 27, great start for Rico. I hope he didn't get a jump start. He was certainly very quick away, but he's not actually leading down into the first corner because he's already been passed by the 54 of Veda Pratama.
And it looks like Keeler's trying to get up the inside, but no, it's Indonesia leading away with the whole shot into turns 1, 2 and 3, but can't be.
Absolutely determined. He knows that he can't let Kies keep having a point score over him.
And look at that though, up the inside, blimey, we've got several riders going down. Oh goodness me, that's a near disaster. Oh blimey, that was so close. I think it was unfortunately Veda Pratama. Veda is there, the 54. I think it might have been then with Lennox Famara. Yes, it is. Oh, what a shame for those two. They had great rides yesterday. But back to the front.
Absolutely superb stuff. And the 48 there, that of course is the bike of Lennox Famara. But looks as though he's going to have, as you said,
yeah.
Matt nearly caught the back. Anyway, right, it is Max Kies who leads across the line at the end of lap 1. But it's side by side with Alvaro Carpe.
And it's Valentin Peroni, the Argentinian furious he was yesterday with that 6th place finish. He was leading pretty much across the line as he goes up the inside of Danish, but not quite. But the Malaysian punts him straight back. We've got Pugliese in there leading the charge for Italy as well. But it's Uriarte, livid he was with missing out on the win by 0.04 of a second. He now leads the way. And that today.
And it's Kies who has the advantage again, but only just from Brian Uriarte.
You got Hakim Danish looking very solid in 3rd place. A much better start for him today. Marco Morelli, after his technical fault yesterday, he was bitterly disappointed, very upset with that. He is determined to get a good finish in the championship this year, so this is a great ride from him so far. Asked, unfortunately, for the American rider. Something's happened to him out on track because he crossed the line in 11th place, but now he's stone dead last on our timing screens.
The start and finish.
It's more than that. Look at this, about 8 riders going abreast into turn 1. Keeler tries to cut the inside. Morelli's going to lead. Morelli's there. He cuts across the nose of Brian Uriarte. His front end was bobbling. It's Brian Uriarte in 2nd. Danish in 3rd. Rico Samela back up there then.
Leads Malaysia, Finland. Absolutely superb. There's an Italian there, Pugliese in 7th. All the nations represented at the front. Absolutely superb.
For Mr. No Plan B, then Uriarte really all over the back of him there. Keeles though, how strong is he yesterday in this part of the circuit, Peter? Uriarte 1 and 2.
And this is it, as you say, it's about 8 abreast, but really late on the brake towards Morelli. Up the inside was Brian Uriarte, but it's Morelli that comes across and just takes the lead and forces Brian Uriarte just to back out of it fractionally, but the number 95 is there. Of course, he started this season with a 1st place.
And thundering down into San Donato once again. It's Uriarte leading the way, Carpe just behind him. Morelli, Keeles, then Danish as well. It's getting a bit tight to where the bees are watching on from turn 1, but they all make it safely through. A foot off the foot peg for Alvaro Carpe. The pace is pretty hot today. So many riders off onto the green. If you're going to go that wide off the track, you might as well go that far, mightn't you? 2:01.2 from Guillaume, from Leonardo Zanni last time around. That's pretty quick, although the qualifying pace was low 2-minute lap time.
And that's the 27th, of course, of Rico Salmela, who is having a much better day of it than he did yesterday afternoon.
That was that aggression that he's been working on, and that overtaking. He's going at it. One teammate in the Junior GP Series. Fastest rider on track, Evan Belford, had one of his best rides of the season so far yesterday. A 2:00.8 from him. He is down in 14th.
See what happens today. Of course, the track will be cooler. It's a lot earlier this morning.
A lot more riders over those track limits. That was Keeles once again then, so he's got to be careful. He'll get the track limits warning soon enough if he does it one more time. But that is a key spot there. We were looking at Veda Pratama in 8th place. Right, too right.
And now let's see whether he can do that break that he failed to do yesterday, because Max Kies has got his head down. But Carpe, Uriarte, Samela and the rest of them, Danish, have got different plans.
Well, they managed to reel in Max Quiles on this one. Uriarte pulls out the slipstream on Carpe. They're hugging the white line at the side of the circuit. It's going to be Carpe who leads them across the line then, fanning out across the Tricolore. The pit exit, fastest lap of the race last time around was Danish. Example why riders do not like to lead out of that final turn. Max Quiles went from first down to fifth before he just overtook Marco Morelli once.
51 is Brian Uriarte. And he said he learnt a lot following the other guys yesterday, and he's Peroni out of the slipstream.
You've got to keep an eye on that 27 though. Rico Salmela just stacking it yesterday. You got to accept responsibility for that, but he is looking to make amends well and truly in towards turn one then.
It's Carpe that leads on the 83.
16th place.
Now, for the first time, Alvaro Carpe had a bit of a lead, but it's already evaporated because Uriarte is back on his tail. He's not figured at the front as much as he did yesterday. He's back in 8th place, but of course it's a super battle all the way at the front. It's still 13 guys at the front, and these guys are going to shuffle around a lot. And out onto the start and finish straight again. It is Carpe who has the advantage, but Quiles is there, Uriarte is there, Danish number 13, 95 of course it's Morelli.
Interestingly about Ruche Mouli, he did say yesterday he was...
Second lap we've seen feet off the foot race. That isn't the plan.
No, not at all, not at all. We see though, 54, Veda Pratama, he's starting to make his move now through the field. He's moved up into 5th place then. He's got Peroni just ahead of him, who's quietly shifted through into 4th now.
And Quiles who takes up the advantage again, but only just from the 51 of Uriarte. The 83 of Alvaro Carpe in 3rd place. The 73
seems to have a little bit of the upper hand at this stage of the race, or do they? Are they biding their time? There's Leonardo Zanni, the Italian, in 10th place he is at the moment then.
No one reported a real tyre problem towards the end of the race yesterday. Of course, you know, they all expect things to go off a little bit, but there was no one really complaining. Pressing harder through the race today. 28 is Quiles, but he's... being slipstream down the start and finish straight. They pick and choose when they're going kilometres an hour before they come on the brakes. Who's going to be the brave man? It's the 83 of Carpe.
Oh, goodness me, Veda and Pratama and Hakim Danish coming together there. But Quiles goes back up the inside. That was very close indeed.
Yeah, but Hakim Danish won out of that one, if you like, because Veda had to back out of it.
Yesterday, their main grief, was that they were not in this leading group. That's where they wanted to be, fighting it out for the win. This is a massive step up from those 4 riders. Hats off to them so far.
That's right.
Track limits warnings for the likes of Morelli and Pugliese in this leading group. There you have it, Morelli's dash message there, so he's got to be careful. This is when riders are trying to move into position to try and get that run to the line onto the final lap. This is where we're going to start seeing some big moves made for a bid for the podium.
Yeah, I'm sure Carpe's got that in his mind if he can break away, but my goodness, no, he hasn't managed to do it because the 28 of Max Quiles comes past, Rico Salmela comes past, and he's suddenly back into 3rd place.
Down into Scarperia, big overtaking spot. Will it be here? No, but Salmela makes a move up the inside of Carpe then. He's now in the 2nd spot.
And it's incredible, as you say, Matt, it's top 17 guys are all in the hunt here, all in the pack. There are some of these guys are running up the front with only a second of the winner, and they're not going to score a point.
And yeah, exactly that. And the pace is pretty well what the front runners were doing in qualifying. This will be interesting as they come across the line. Who's going to be leading the way? As they come out the final corner, it was Carpe who would have crossed the line in first that time around. 3 laps to go.
And Salmela went from 1st to 5th down the straight. So 83, Carpe leads. He really does, and it's just a little bit of a mistake from Brian Uriarte, and Quiles took advantage of it, but in that time Carpe has actually opened up about a 4-5 great day. Superb stuff. Was that the 95 of Marco Morelli, I think?
Wow, that was as awesome overtake as you can get through Casanova Savelli there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 riders now down to Danish. The battle for the leaders. Can Pugliese leading that 2nd group bring them back into contention for these final laps?
Yeah, there's just 2 laps and a corner remaining there as we go sweeping downhill onto the start and finish again. It'll be 2 laps to go as Max Quiles, yesterday's winner, leads them across the line.
It's your podium finishers from yesterday, near enough in the same order as they cross the line.
Jay Moodley's got his sights set on that, as Rico Salmela has as well.
There are 4 riders, I believe, in this leading group that have taken victory so far this year. These are the riders. You've got Carpe, Morelli, Quiles, Uriarte, They all know what it's like to take victory this season. Rico Samuela has a victory from 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's all on, isn't it? And it's side by side again, but it is Carpe that has the advantage. But no, Kies gets inside Moodley for setting it a nice sunny day. Goodness no. Right, it's 28. It's Maximo Kies who has the advantage over Carpe.
He's trying to bolt. Kiles is trying to bolt with 1 lap to go. He's absolutely ragging it round the final turn. Will he manage to cross the line in first? That's a big gap. If he has that next time around, the victory could be his. That is not good for the championship chances of everybody else. Bit of weave in there. We don't like to see that. Stop it, boys.
It's the first corner here because they all fan out again. Can Kies hold the advantage? No, he's already lost it into the first corner. It goes up the inside, but it is the 83 of Carpe who has it. Kies is there in second place. He's been pushed back to about 8th place.
Rouche Mooley in 3rd place at the moment. Sal Melodez behind him. He got Peroni back into the fray as well. It's all on.
Yeah, I have no idea you managed it yesterday. Can he repeat that? It's, of course, these guys are determined, particularly Alvaro Carpe. He's not going to let Kies do that.
This is one of the key overtaking spots. Peter Rouche Mooley was looking on the inside of Kiles. Kiles was on the inside of Carpe for the lead, but couldn't quite make it. What a run Carpe had through there. No plan. Come on, lads. Who's going to get it?
But they go wide. He goes wide. 83. Carpe goes so wide.
Goodness me! Rouche down! That is ridiculous!
It is for 27! It is! Surely!
Peroni gets the win!
Peroni wins it! 70!
That was ridiculous. That's exactly what they were talking about.
Yeah, that they shouldn't be doing. There was a word, there was a you know, that is not
Rouche.
fair on Rouche.
Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna